Hey, hey, hey guys, hey
Hey,
guys.
hey, hey.
Chronicle Show, guys. We are live and in charge. Make sure as you come in, you share this video out. You're going to not want to miss any of this. You're not going to want your friends, your family, your loved ones. Everybody need to be in the place to be tonight, guys. We have the Pivot Queen. You know, there's a lot going on, and we all have to change different things, even where we're going to eat, to live, to sleep, how we're breathing, who we're touching, all kind of things, guys. So we need the art of the pivot, or to be able to pivot with grace, explained and broken down to us. So we have the Pivot Queen. Wait, this way. Can you see it, guys? The Pivot Queen. Going in. If you're new to the Wealth Chronicle Show, make sure you put your location in the comment section. Make sure you share this video out, like this video, follow this page.
Yes,
All that is
yeah.
hard. Now, you know, if you didn't know, guys, I have a theme song. We play my theme song when I first come in. We were a little had a little bit of technical difficulty. So let me get it up. Give me like 3 seconds. I'm gonna get my theme song up, and then we're gonna rock out for about 45 seconds and let people come in. All right, 1 second here. Share it out. While I'm doing this, is a great opportunity for you to share it out. For you to share it out. Hey, wait, here we go. Hold on. You're gonna love it. Her name, guys. Wait a minute, I'm gonna tell you all about it. She has a wonderful story, and I'm excited for her to be here. One moment. Theme song first. That just sets the tone, sets the mood. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Who know where that come from? All right. Hey. Hey guys, go ahead and share it out, because that's what I'm about to do. Take the time to share it out. Motivating Your Money is the name of the brand. The Wealth Chronicle Show is the name of the show. And we are here every single Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, guys. And the purpose for us being here is so that we can laugh at and learn from the financial journey, transformation, trials, and tribulations of someone else. Keep all your business to yourself, and then you can still be able to move the needle in your own financial situation, because you're going to walk away with some action steps. All right, guys. So let's rock a little more. Hey, let's rock a little more. Hey, make sure you share the video out. Did you share it? Did you share it? Oh. We got about 10 more seconds, guys, and the music's gonna be over, and it's gonna be time to get started. Get started. Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to share it. Hold on. All right, guys, come on in. Hey, come on in. As you come in, please make sure you put your location in the comment section below. I don't know. We're gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep going. As people come in, we'll go ahead and welcome them. But my name is Stacey Daniel, and I'm a wealth strategist and insurance broker. And I am happy to say that since 2008, I've been speaking and teaching about the 8 silent wealth killers and other very powerful but hidden money moves. I am even prouder to say that I've helped thousands of families to save millions of dollars by showing them how they were losing their money unknowingly and unnecessarily via at least one of those 8 silent wealth killers. Hey, Tiffany, glad you're here. Come on in. Tonight, guys, well, all of March, we were talking about phenomenal women, and I focus on Gen X females, either established entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, or even corporate professionals. Anybody who wants to make a little bit extra money in their on a monthly basis, so that they can have more financial security, and they want to learn how to better improve themselves, personal development, business development, all that jazz, guys. And we all know it started from mindset. So money, motivation, and mindset is the core above all, right? And so last month, which was March, we talked to all phenomenal women. We had the side hustle queen. We had the $1 million monetization queen. We had the trauma queen. How would your past trauma affected your bank account today? We had all of that. And today, guys, because of all of this major thing that's going on, we have the pivot queen. So a couple house orders before we get started. If you are in the Motivating Your Money Facebook community, guys, please make sure you stay to the end, because first we have the introduction, then we have the story, and then it's only 30 minutes. Our guests will drop off, and then we'll have our activity or our educational side. And so that's when I'm going to give you 6 action steps to help you pivot. 6 action steps to help you pivot. The thing is this: am I financially mature to realize that I need to make some changes in my life? Whether that's in my life and my finances. Of course, we're primarily talking about finances, but it's starting in other areas as well. What do I need to do as I start to realize that there's some problem areas? Well, now we need to say, well, maybe I need some help. First, I got to identify, do I have a problem? Am I resistant to change? And then I got to realize I need some help. What do I need to do to make sure I can at least start to help myself? So we talked last week about being able to pivot, and it started with, am I financially mature? Do I even realize that I need to pivot, and what areas I need to pivot in? That's something that you have to do, self-actualization, self-reflection within yourself. And today we have a story, few different stories, and she's going to tell you about her experience with pivoting, some forced, some willing, and how she's in a better place for it. And then after she jumps off, because it's only a 30-minute interview, we're going to have our action steps on how you can pivot in your own situation. All right, so make sure you tag somebody, make sure you share this video out, and make sure you come back next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, because this is the Wealth Chronicle Show. But before I even give you her whole introduction, I just want you to say hey real quick. Say hey. It's been a while. Say hey. I've been talking. I'll be quiet.
Hey everybody, hello, good evening, good night from the United Kingdom. It's actually 2 a.m. over here.
Oh,
but
that's right. Yes.
It's 2 a.m. over here in the United Kingdom. But even though I'm based in the United Kingdom and it's late over here, I am a global inspirational speaker. My business is global. I have my services global. I've had American clients. I have American business partners. My coach is from the United States. So, it's really a pleasure to be here to serve and to be able to help somebody tonight. And when it comes to serving, time doesn't matter to me. So it's really a pleasure to be here with you guys. I look forward to connecting with every single one of you. Thank you, Stacey, for having me on the Wealth Chronicles show, because every day I'm preaching about wealth. I'm preaching about the power of wealth, how important it is to acquire wealth, especially during this time that we're in, the uncertain times we're in with this so-called crisis, as they call it.
That.
But one thing I've learned about crisis.
What are we going to do about it? It's been thrust upon us, and what are we going to do about it?
Well,
all right, let me tell you guys. I'm sorry, go right ahead.
You have a choice. You have a choice to either stay a victim of the crisis or a champion of the crisis. That's all I can say.
Somebody put that in the comment section. Are you a victim of the crisis, or are you going to be a champion of the crisis? What? All right, guys. All right, here we go. I'm sharing it a couple more times. I want to make sure that you guys share it out. It's going to be, before we even unfold, I'm making sure so many people are aware, because this is time perfect. It just really is. It's time perfect. It's time sensitive, and a lot of us aren't talking about some of the things that we need to talk about. And so that's why I want to make sure we have enough people on tonight to comment and tag people that who need to hear the message. All right, so here we go. The inspirational guru, Veritas Nicole. How I pronounce their last name correctly?
It's actually Uncom. So it's a silent N.
The inspirational guru, Veritas Uncom.
Yes.
Is an inspirational speaker and life transformational coach from the UK, but she's global in business. Her mission is to help corporate women create wealth through their own coaching business while working a 9-to-5 job. She is passionate about helping other women break from the shackles of having one stream of income. And she herself, as a corporate dualpreneur, realized that there is so much more to her life than just spending 40 hours of the week in a cubicle. And with the gifts that God has placed in us, I always talk about, we have talents, we have treasures, we have gifts. What are you doing to monetize yourself? The $1 Million Monetization Queen told us 2 weeks ago the importance of monetizing yourself, because you already have everything that you need. I just did a free webinar last Saturday that was taught. It's the 4 different ways that you can monetize yourself today. You don't need additional tools. You don't have to pay anybody any extra money. You got all the knowledge that you need already. You don't have to be tech savvy, and anybody can do it. So if you want to know that, make sure you click yes in the comment section if you want to just get the links on any of this that's going on. But as a speaker, the pivot queen. She teaches you how to be an overcomer and walk in your calling. She went from being an ex-glamour model with 3 pending convictions against her in the police station cell twice in 1 year, pleading not guilty in court, 2-time college dropout, 7-year failure, to now being a qualified barista. She's qualified to practice barista. She's a lawyer, essentially, in the UK. You guys know this is what it's called. I didn't know. She had to school me. She will be showing you how God can reverse anything and how you can embrace your failures. So we have to pivot. A lot of us are pivoting right now because we're entrepreneurs or side hustlers. So we already know, what can I do in my business to make myself more relevant? We're paying attention, right? But some of us, many of us, don't understand how to pivot. We're a lot of times on the pity pot. Oh my God, I lost my job. Oh my God, this stimulus package, if you're here in the US, is not coming for the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Who knows how long? Am I going to get it? Oh, I don't have any clients. I don't have any money coming in. I don't know what's going on, right? I don't want you to be on a pity pot. I want you to be either, what did you say, a pivot champion or a victim? Say that?
A champion of a crisis, a pivot champion or pivot victim.
Exactly. So she's going to tell you all about how she was a pivot champion. And I'm sure there was some lulls in it. Sometimes she felt like she was a pivot victim. And that's how she can tell you the difference. So stay tuned, guys. That's what she's going to be talking about. I have a few questions for you. But first, I just want you to kind of talk to us about, first, how did you get the Inspirational Guru name? And why do you tell people that, why are you so comfortable with telling them all of the things that I'm sure used to bring you shame, similar to me, but now you use it as opportunity to inspire and motivate? What's that transformation like?
Well, how I came across with the Inspirational Guru name, I accidentally fell into it. When I say I accidentally fell into it, is when I was my first business, how I got into entrepreneurship in the first place is I started business as a beautypreneur. I still am. So I started with
just trying to figure out how to take these nails off. We can't go up.
This is unacceptable what's happening here with this pandemic, but it all comes with the territory. I started with hair extensions. I was just curious, I'd always wanted to start something of my own. I'd always wanted to make money outside my 9 to 5. It was always on my mind, but I did it the wrong way back in the day. And then when I became an entrepreneur officially, I was like, okay, let me start with hair extensions. I was making my little money. Then I started to understand about target marketing. I started to make my trials and errors. And then I must have asked a question to someone who I looked up to. Her name is the six-figure chick, Cece. And
that is.
Yeah, and I must have been, she had a little Facebook group back in the day. And I was like, you know what? I want to start something where I can make extra money outside just hair extensions. And she commented and said, you know what? She made a comment that changed my life, where she said, focus on the purpose you're serving, not just the money, and you'll have a successful business. And then I was like, you know what purpose do I serve? What am I good at? And I realized that I've always been good at inspiring people. My story of how I overcame being a 2-time dropout in college and going back and still getting a degree inspired people. When people always come to me to ask for advice, whether it be for their love life, whether it be for a business idea, people just kept coming to me as a form of inspiration. So I was like, oh, should I call myself an inspirational chick? Nah, that's too cliche. And I was brainstorming, then I heard the name Guru, and next minute I just put the Inspirational Guru together, created my own little logo, and the rest was history. The name was established in 2016. I didn't know I'd be a coach. I knew I'll stick with it, but I didn't know I'd be coaching with it. But I created the name and it just stuck with me ever since. So that's how the Inspirational Guru came about.
Tell me how that was. There's a time when you're able to accept what you've been through, and then there's a time when you're able to actually talk about what you've been through. How were you able to, even though you know that you were telling people about the different things that you've done and they were inspired about it, what was it like to, because that was a pivot, I'm trying to make money, I'm trying to do hair, you had many pivots before then, but you had to realize, man, I had to be a little more vulnerable in order to attract and be of more service, greater service to the people who need to hear from me. How was that process internally, being able to share those different things? I know for myself, I wasn't willing at first, and God just kept telling me, I need you to be more
Yeah.
Not here. Take that mask off. Let them see all those other scars, that 40, 30 score, that bankruptcy, the student loan defaults, and the fact that I couldn't get, I had a check system file. I couldn't get a bank account, all these different things. Now I can talk about I'm not there, but when you just talk about how I'm in the 700 club and I have no debt, and I travel and have my own office and doing all these different things, and how I've been speaking and teaching nationally, people are like, well, okay, that's all fine and dandy, but I'm not there. So in order people feel comfortable, I had to grow within myself. Tell me about your process between the realization, what's my purpose, and the actual willingness to tell people.
I had to learn to embrace my failures. When I first told my testimony, I was very scared. I remember when I was about to graduate. So, okay, I've gone back to school after years of failure. I'd passed my degree. I was about to graduate, and I felt a very strong. At the time, I was in church. I was part of the choir, and I felt a very strong pressing to tell my testimony in church.
It's kind of like when you go natural, you have the big shop. You like, I'm telling the whole congregation.
Yeah, I was like, I need to tell the church what God has done for me. That I dropped out of university twice. I failed for 7 years straight. I failed my first year in my law degree, not once, not twice, but 3 times. But yet I still went back and I come out on top. I need to tell people how God delivered me, because even in the midst of that, I also was rock bottom. I've been in a prison cell before, like a let's say a police station cell.
Holding cell.
2 years before I graduated, and I was like, I just need to tell people. All I was focused on is I need to tell people about the goodness of God, how He reversed everything. That's all that was going through my mind, like the goodness of God. And I think when I focused on how God did it, I was scared. The day before, I almost emailed the pastor and said, hey, I don't think I want to tell the testimony. Like, I was having anxious feelings. What if people in church judge me? What if they think to themselves, oh, why is she telling that story? But then I have a rebellious side to me that is ignorant to religion. I've never been interested in religion. I've always just been interested in my relationship with God. I don't like the whole sugarcoating, playing perfection. I've always been ignorant to it.
Right. So it sounds like what you did was you trust God, you let go of your fear, you trust God, and you also had to trust the process. It's funny that you say that because, like I said, guys, anybody who's listening, this is the Wealth Chronicle Show. Welcome, welcome. And we're interviewing the pivot queen who's telling you that you can either be a victim of the pivot situation that we have been thrust upon us, or you can be a champion of it, right? And so last week we talked about, just as a reminder, kind of realizing what do I need to pivot? And if I need to, well, you all need to pivot, but am I having trouble pivoting? And if I am having trouble pivoting, that's usually because I'm not financially mature enough to know that I need to do some different things to make some money. And I also talked about how you already have the tools to make the financial changes you need in your life when you self-reflect. All right. So we talked about those 6 questions that you could ask yourself to see, man, maybe I am the one that's standing in my way. Now, today, after we have this wonderful interview, we're going to have the educational aspect of it, because first we listen and we laugh, and then we learn. We listen and we laugh. Like she's going to tell all her business. You're going to keep yours to yourself. You still going to walk away with some tools and some action steps so that you can move the needle. So I want you to make sure, guys, like I'm going to keep reminding you, stay tuned, because as she's telling you what she went through, but I have some 6 action steps. Now that you realize, man, I may not be as financially mature as I thought. What do I need to do to make sure I can show up, suit up, and boot up to do what I need to do for my family, for my finances, for my future, for my peace of mind? So listen to her story, laugh, and okay, get your pens ready. And then we're gonna be taking some notes. All right. So now you was like, man, God, I'm not sure if I want to go in this church.
I wasn't sure. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? If I don't tell, I'll be denying someone who is probably in that church. And I was right at the end. Someone in that church who's going through the same thing as me, and they're afraid. And I was like, I'm just going to tell the testimony. And when I told it, the reception I got was incredible. And people came up to me and were like, you know what? I even wrote it on Facebook for funny enough, the day I told the testimony in church was the day before my graduation. So when my graduation happened and I put up the testimony in full writing, and now started to have people inbox me and say, hey, I saw your testimony. I went through a failure and I'm scared to go back.
You put it in writing?
Yeah, I put it in writing on Facebook. I put the picture up of my graduation photo. And I just told the business.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I put a graduation photo. I put up the picture of my graduation and I was like, here's my story. This is the journey I went through. And I went through the whole chronology and people were like, whoa, really? And I had people inbox me and say, I went through the same thing.
She went to jail. She went to jail twice. She failed out of college twice. She's a whole lawyer right now in the UK, but she's talking about what she went through and how she turned those pivot moments into making her a champion. Okay, I got another question because we're only on for 30 minutes, and I know people, you know, it's late at night, and I don't want anybody to get discouraged because you guys got to stay hype. You got to stay hype. What? If you're here and she's helping you, inspire you to realize, man, whatever I'm going through right now, I don't like it. It's not the end of the world, and God can use it for my glory. And I need you to put yes in the comment section. Put a yes in the comment section. On the application that we're on, I can't see the heart, so you might be having hearts, but can you put a yes in the comment section if she is feeding your spirit and your soul right now? All right, so this is what I want to know. When I met you, you were the inspirational guru going through college in order to become a barrister, hashtag or inside quotes lawyer here in the US. Now you have graduated, but you have escalated your job title or your career title because you got the 9-to-5 job and you're an entrepreneur on the side. So you're a dualpreneur, as you stated, but you've elevated who you help, and you said you're an actual life coach. So tell me about that. Once you say, okay, y'all, these are my failures in the past. This is where I'm at now. And I successfully graduated, and I'm gonna be an inspirational guru, and I'm gonna tell you my story, and I'm gonna inspire you. And then you guys say, well, I need you to do a little bit more. You're like, well, wait a minute, guys. So you mean you want me to change my whole title and change my direction? That's a whole nother pivot. How did you become willing to do that? Because right now we're all going through that as well. We might have pivoted in 2008. We might have pivoted before now and thought we were comfortable. And now we're going through this whole coronavirus. I call it hashtag coronavirus come up. How can you use this repositioning period to come out on top? How can you use this repositioning period to come out on top? That's why we're doing this free 28-day challenge right now. April is Financial Literacy Month, guys. So we have a free 28-day Financial Literacy Month challenge where we're talking about how you're going to shift your mindset, how you're going to adjust your credit, how you're going to realize how you can monetize the skills and the knowledge and experience that you already have, how you're going to master the way you manage your money monthly so you can control your spending, how you're going to move your money out of somewhere like your IRA or your 401k and put it safe so that you no longer move it anymore and you can do it for free. All of that, guys, we're talking about it in the 28-day Financial Literacy Month challenge. Is absolutely free. Make sure you comment below if you want to know more about that. But the question I have for you, inspirational guru Veritas, the pivot queen is, after you told everybody I've been through this, and now I've helped these ladies, I want to do something slightly different. How did you feel about coming out and saying, okay, guys, I'm not inspirational guru anymore. I'm a whole life coach. Tell me about that process.
Well, I would say I'm still the inspirational guru. That would not change. The part that before with the inspirational guru, it was just a speaker. But in terms of the coaching part, I now realize that, I can actually help people become more. So I've always been that person that can help people learn how they can become more. And I think what made me have that pivot moment is I, as a person, knew and know that there's more to me than just sitting in my corporate job 9 hours a day, stuck on a computer, sitting down, getting fat in the office, unhealthy. I knew there was more to me than that. I think the pivot moment I had is when I was traveling, when it came to traveling. So, for example, a prime example, I had to, in our corporate jobs, and I'm sure all the corporate workers will agree with me on this, how ridiculous this is. So we have 365 days a year. We have 12 months in 1 year. But yet in our contracts, they tell us 25 days holiday, 20 days holiday. That's 4 to 5 weeks. Out of a 12-month year, out of a 365-day year, they say you're entitled to that. When the truth of the matter is, you're not really entitled, because when it comes to asking for holiday and you say, oh, actually, I want to take the full 25 days, you're going to have issues. They're going to say, oh, we can't have you take everything in a bulk.
That's
You
too
need
much.
to take it separately.
Yeah.
That's too long because we have this. And you're like, hold on. But my contract said I'm entitled to this amount of time. Why the hell am I negotiating my entitlement? Okay, number one. Number two, in my case, I needed the time out. So I think last year is when I had the pivot moment. Last year, when I had to go to when I finished law school, I became a lawyer. I was burnt out. I needed a break. Point blank, period. And I had 5 weeks of holiday. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take 2 weeks out. I'm going to go to Miami for 1 week and turn up. And I'm going to Costa Rica for another week on business. I need my full 2 weeks.
Okay, turn up.
A month prior, I requested my holiday. And I now had to like say, okay, I need to go for family purposes and what I didn't need to tell them the whole business was my holiday.
Yes.
I received an email approving my holiday, but telling me some kind of BS about, oh, because I'm taking the whole 2 weeks, I'm putting my team in a difficult situation. And I'm like, yo, get out of here. I have 4 weeks holiday. Wow. What are you talking about? Right? Mm-hmm. So that's when I got the pivot moment of, there is so much. I've always known there's more to me than being in the cubicle for 9 hours a day. But the pivot moment was, there's more to me than having to ask for my time off, sitting in the cubicle 9 hours a day being burnt out. When I ask for my time off, I'm hearing BS. And when I was in Miami and when I was in Costa Rica and I saw things for what they really were, I was like, I'd rather be working from anywhere in the world. I'd rather be on the beach on my laptop, coaching a client, showing them what's possible, or speaking to people online, or, you know, making money in my sleep. I could be in a hotel and I make a residual income. That was when I was like, okay, I need to do more. There's more, you know? So I now started to look into life coaching. I now hired my coach to teach me how to really position like my coaching programs, my courses, and then I got to understand the power of residual income. So network marketing was handed to me and I took it, you know, because I'm like, okay, what as a woman, you know, for real guy, like ladies, you'll understand as women, we things come to us. We could have children, and you know, when it comes to having children, and me as a lawyer, I know for sure that when I have kids, if I'm not going to always be in court, and if I'm not in court, I'm not making money. Okay, let me look at things like network marketing, where I learn how to build residual income. At times when I'm not able to coach because I need to do certain things, I don't need to worry about needing to be coaching because I'm not relying on invoices anymore. I have residual income. This is where the pivot moment is.
Yeah, I understand you correctly. What you're saying with so much passion is you wanted time freedom and wanted money freedom, and you create the life so that you can keep having the time freedom and money freedom even as your life changes. So if you start a family, because right now you don't have any kids, but when you do have kids, you still want to be able to have that freedom to come and go, be there for those moments. And you want to have a self-esteem booster, because we're working 40 hours a week and we're giving that job or that career or whatever it is, you know, corporate ladder, even if you have the prestigious title, you're giving them your all. And then at any moment they can tell you, no, you can't. So like you said, you have a contract. I have 45 days to take a holiday. By the way, a holiday, guys, is vacation in London. That's what they call it. But I can take 45 days, but now you put a stipulation. So I've given you my all, and now it's time for me to get my break, which is rightfully mine. And you're telling me that now you're trying to put the guilt trip on me. You said it's gonna, if I leave for the full 2 weeks, it's gonna make put my team, and I already put this request. It's gonna put my team in a bad way, you know, all of that. So again, that's a pivot. That's a micro pivot that she had to make when she realized, okay, that micro pivot was her mindset changing and realizing, man, I do want to be a lawyer. I want to help, but I'm gonna have to find me some different things to do. I'm gonna have to. I need other things going on in my life so I can have. No one can make me feel like this again. Like, man, I done did my all, and this is the best that you got to give me. You know what I mean? So which is another one of the 6 steps that we're going to be talking about, how you can switch, how you can make sure that you, any changes that you make in your finances right now become permanent, which means, am I financially mature? If you're not financially mature and you realize that you're not, what are the steps that I can do to make sure whatever I am implementing in my life are permanent? So once she said she connected with a team, she has, she did say her team is from the US, even though she's in UK, but she connected with a team, she connected with a guy, so she's not doing it by herself, and she started to define what success was for her. She defined success because she wanted to have the time freedom. She wanted to have money control, and she wanted to do what she wanted and still have maybe the career and the money avenues on the side. So guys, these are some of the different during our educational side of the end we're going to be talking about, but she's living it and she's telling you all about it. So it's one, I'm waiting to see if you mentioned one more thing in here. Well, actually you did. You said that you had to get your mind right and just do the work. You started.
And as I think
I'm gonna do residual income. I'm gonna do passive income. I'm just gonna do it. Yes, whatever your coach told you. You was like, I just
and opportunities came to me. And opportunities around the time that I had that pivot moment of seeing that email, and I'm like, yo, like I really need to. This was before I traveled. I had a conversation with the founder of Powerful Women Business, who actually came to me and said, would you like to be the UK ambassador? So it's like these opportunities were coming to me as I was thinking this. Yeah.
So let go and let God and trust the process. That's what you're telling me. When you made that decision and you position yourself to be with the people, God started putting them in your path. Putting them in your path. So I'm really excited about your process, your journey, your testimony, and about what you're sharing with us today. My last question for you is, what advice would you give somebody else sitting right now thinking, I know I need to do something different. I don't have the money. I don't have the certificates or the degrees. I don't have, I don't have the title. I don't have the salary. I got these kids. I don't know what I'm going to do. What are the 3 pieces of advice that you would give somebody who's being forced? We're all being forced into a pivot right now, but some of us are handling it a little more smoothly than others. So what is the advice that you would give that person who finally realized they've gotten past the am I financially mature? You know what? Maybe I'm not, and I need to do something. What are their next steps that you would give them?
I'll say the first thing to do for the financial maturity part is to get your house in order. When I say get your house in order, I'm even talking about your finances. One of the biggest weaknesses I've had, and I'm learning, is budgeting my money. I used to have a really bad habit of whatever money I received, whether it be through my salary, even from my business, it goes quicker than it came. And that's because I was never taught the discipline of budgeting my money. So when I now realize that, okay, I'm asking God for more money through my residual income business, through my coaching business, through whatever avenues that I have right here in front of me, I'm asking God for more money. But you can't ask God for more when your house is not in order. This is one of the most powerful lessons I learned. This is where I reached out for help and said, you know what, I want to learn how to budget. And I was given a budgeting template on my Excel spreadsheet. And since then, every week when I was getting paid in business and even at work, before I do anything, I pay my tithes, 10%, spiritual tithes to God. And then the rest, I budget it and I do it according to the spreadsheet. And I found myself saving so much money. And being able to pay off my credit card with financial responsibilities on time, no longer under stress. The best thing I've ever done. Get your house in order. Once you start to learn to get your house in order, the anxiety will relieve you, and you'll start to even attract avenues to build while you're cleaning your house. As you clean your house, you receive, okay? Get your house in order so you can receive. The second step I'll tell you is to drop the perfection syndrome. And when I say drop the perfection syndrome, is like you said, oh, I don't have the right amount of money in my account to start this business. Guys, I started my hair business with nothing in my account. Okay, I simply was putting up a couple of photos given to me by my supplier. Okay, and people did come to me and inquire about the extensions, and I made a sale. And this was with 0 in my account. There is no excuse. Drop the perfection syndrome. Okay, when God gives you a vision, He's not focusing on your bank account. He's focusing on your faith. Okay, the vision God gives you is bigger than your physical situation. Drop the perfection syndrome. Number 2. Number 3, choose to be the champion instead of the victim, or should I say, choose to be victorious over a victim. And I know it's easier said than done, guys. I know it's easier said than done because it's painful. Where you've given your all to a job. I heard in the United States over 3 million jobs. I think there's over 10 million unemployment.
God,
Today I read in Nigeria that in Nigeria over 19 million people have lost their job in the aviation industry, and that's like my own country. On top of that, I've been seeing so much filing, and it's ridiculous that the government are telling you that you can't work, but they're not stopping your bills. So I know it's difficult, but this is what I'm saying, guys. Choose to fight back and take back your power. Don't let yourself fall into victim mode, because that's what they want. If you say, you know what, I'm going to choose to be victorious, I'm going to choose to trust in God to give me ideas of how I can grow in this season, I'm telling you, it will happen. Look at people like Napoleon Hill. The book Think and Grow Rich, I encourage you with number 3, which is choose victorious over victim. Read the book Think and Grow Rich, because guys, the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill was written during the Great Depression. Yep. Americans, you know what I'm talking about when I say Great Depression. The book Think and Grow Rich was written during that era. People like Andrew Carnegie rose during the era of the Great Depression. Madam C.J. Walker, one of the first.
I just saw that series. Oh my God, it was so awesome.
Self-made millionaire. She emerged during these eras of Jim Crow laws. Okay, if she chose not to be a victim of Jim Crow slavery laws. She chose to be victorious. If she can do it during that time, if people like Napoleon Hill can do it during that time, people like Thomas Edison can create light bulbs during that season, you can do it during this season. All right? That's the advice I have for you all.
All right, guys. So let's repeat the advice that you said. You said, let go of the perfection syndrome. No, first you said when God gives you a vision, he's focusing on your faith, not on your bank account. So don't feel like you don't have the tools or the talents or the resources to get to pivot successfully. Make up your mind first. Become financially mature to realize I need to do something different than what I'm doing right now. I need to not sit back and wait on the government or my job or anything to come into place so that I can control my future. This may be the thing that you're looking for, because it's going to make you get up and work hard to put yourself in front of the handouts that we've been getting. Because if you work at a job, even though you're going to work, they give you a handout and they can take it away at any time. They don't even care that you're coming. They feel like they're giving you a handout, and they don't respect the fact that you're doing. So put yourself in the place of power for your own finances. That's number 1. She said, let go of the perfection syndrome. Don't feel like you can't do anything. Get up and do it regardless. It doesn't have to be perfect. She said she didn't have a lot of money in the bank account, but she got up and she did it only way, and the pictures and everything, and look what she is now. And the last thing she said, guys, is to choose to be the pivot champion over the pivot victim. Choose to be the pivot champion over the pivot victim. And you can do that by taking advantage of the book Think and Grow Rich, one of my favorite books, which is about Napoleon Hill. Those are the tips that she left for you guys. This is the pivot queen. I want them to tell them how. I didn't tell you guys. She has already been in the Motivating Your Money Academy. The Motivating Your Money Academy is back open. We have a whole free membership because of all of everything that's going on. I want you to have a place that you can come to and learn personal finance, and more taught by professionals for the price of Netflix is what it usually is. But you're going to come in and learn personal finance and more for free temporarily until this quarantine and this all of this major situation is removed. I still want you to have a place that you can come and get the information that you need from professionals so that you can make your next financial footsteps with confidence and be comfortable about it. So knowing without a shadow of a doubt that I'm moving in the right direction. And if I make some mistakes, that's okay, because I have a support group on the side. So we have a private Facebook community. We have a plethora of power partners. She is a power partner. She was even in there and did I think 4 or 5 videos for us before. So join the academy, guys. It's absolutely free. Click the link in the comment section so you can know more about her. That's in the Motivating Your Money Academy. But you have some things on your own that they can follow you and join things. So tell me what those things are, and make sure you send me the links so I can put them in the comment section as well. How can they stay in contact with you, Veritas?
Absolutely. So women, we have a big movement called Powerful Women in Business Global. Powerful Women in Business Global, join that tribe, because I'm one of the admins there. I'm the United Kingdom ambassador for Powerful Women in Business, and I'm also one of the admins. So I'm very active in the group. Also, you can like my fan page, which is the Inspirational Guru. You can connect with me directly on that page. On Instagram, I am the_inspirational_guru, and I'm right now offering 15-minute free breakthrough sessions um, for corporate people. So people who are in corporate jobs or corporatepreneurs who are looking to start their coaching practice. I mainly focus on women, but men, you are more than welcome to. If you're a corporate person or corporatepreneur who wants to start a business, start your coaching practice, but you need the guidance, okay? Or if you're a corporate worker right now who is at home because of what's going on, or even working from home, and you want to start to build your own wealth while working your 9 to 5 or while you're off your 9 to 5, this is where you can connect with me directly, as there's many opportunities I can help you with. Absolutely.
Make sure I will put the links, guys. I'll make sure I kind of dropped the ball. My apologies. I don't have the links down below, but I'll make sure to post the links. So please send me all of those links to the Facebook group, to your business page, to Instagram page, and she has 15-minute consultations available for you guys. If you are a corporate cutie, corporate professional, or middle class worker, and you're wanting to take advantage of this time that you have off to build your solid financial foundation by controlling some of the money that's coming in. So, any event somebody, last year here in the United States, the whole government shut down in January, right? Now the whole world.
Oh my God, yeah.
To put yourself in a position that no matter what happens externally, your household is in order. That's what I want to help you concern. And if you haven't already started to do those things, that's when that question comes to your mind. Man, maybe I'm not financially mature. They say just because he or she 35, 40 years old don't mean she's mature emotionally, right? Now, not only do you need to mature emotionally, you need to mature financially. Are you financially mature? Have you been paying attention to your situation and the different times that you've been affected or detoured or distracted? Have you put something in place that nobody can take away from you? There have been other times, I already know it because I'm 41, so I've been living through times. There's been other times that things have happened that you couldn't control. And did you put something in at that point so that you wouldn't lose all your money out of the savings account, so that you wouldn't lose all your money out of your stock market, so you wouldn't lose all your retirement, so that even if your job took away your job, because side hustles and entrepreneurship isn't just for those people who want to have their own flows of income 100%. It's also for those people who feel like just in case my 9 to 5 quit me,
from you got something.
And these bills, as you can see, they still coming. I still got the withdrawals coming out for my rent in my office, for my credit cards, and for the tools I need to run my business. They still coming. So how are you going to make sure that you still have money coming in? I call that, this is the last thing, guys, I call that being financially offensive and defensive. Offensive and defensive. You need to learn how to play both positions. Offensive means no matter what goes on, I always have money coming in because I position myself to receive paychecks and playchecks in different areas. Sometimes residual, sometimes passive, sometimes actively. Just I have different ways of money just popping in my bank account like boop.
Exactly. Boop, you're good. You don't have to worry about anything. You're good.
You don't have to worry about anything. If one dries up, another one will take the primary place.
Right.
But you got to also play defense. Defense means how am I protecting the assets that I have? What am I doing to ensure that you can't check them? If you have multiple streams of income, that isn't a way of being defensive as well, because you can have one stream paying towards your debt. Anything that's going towards debt doesn't come out of your income. So I'm just these are the things that we talk about, guys, in the Motivating Money Academy. Free membership. Make sure you join us. You'll meet Veritas there, and you'll meet the rest of the tribe where we support judgment-free zone and a private Facebook community. Veritas, do you have anything that you want to leave us with before we go? And make sure you guys stay to the next part because we got the 6 action steps. If now you realize that I needed to be doing some of these things, I can't believe I'm in the same position I was before. I'm gonna make sure they don't catch me slipping the next time. Then you need to stay because we got 6 action steps for you. But before we get there, Veritas, did you want to leave us with some, anything, last will and testament? Did you want to
Absolutely. Take back your power, guys. Listen, it doesn't matter if you heard my story. It doesn't matter if you failed in a business before. So damn what? It doesn't matter if you failed in college before. So what? It doesn't matter if you got fired from this job. Yes, it's painful, but trust me, you have the power to take back your power. Okay, you have the power to create your future. Okay, this season is not the season to be a victim. This is the season to say, you know what? This is what's happened to me. My 9 to 5 quit on me, but from now on, I am never leaving my financial security in anybody else's hands but my hands and God's hands. I'm taking back my power. I choose to be a champion in crisis, not a victim of crisis. Okay? So regardless of where you come from, take back your power and move on. The fact that you're still alive when there's how many deaths happening around the world means that God's not done with you yet. All right?
All right, guys. Well, this is Veritas, the inspirational guru. She will be in the Motivating Money Academy, and you can join her. She's going to go ahead and jump off now. You know, it's a whole different section of the show we're about to start on. So we're gonna shift gracefully by letting her jump off, and we're gonna play our theme song, guys. Thank you, Veritas, and I will see you on the side. Bye.
God bless you. Bye.
Well, get you some rest. It's 2:00 in the morning there, guys.
I will. Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye. All right, guys, as we switch, hold on. We want to play a little song so we can keep the groove going. What was your number one takeaway from what she said? Put it in the comment section. What was your number one takeaway from what she said? I enjoyed it all, but I want to know who's still listening. Who's still listening? What was your number one takeaway? What was your number one takeaway? Y'all know I'm whole food, right? And I love to dance and I love to sing. And we're gonna have some fun here. If you're just not joining us, this is the Wealth Chronicle Show, and we are here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And today we're talking about those 6 action steps that you can do when you finally realize, man, I may not be as financially mature as I thought. I may not be as financially mature as I thought. I've been popping my collar because I got a degree, or I've been popping my collar because I make 6 figures. But when something goes wrong, how long does it take for me to pivot in order to maintain control? Did I build me a solid financial foundation? Did you just lose a lot of money in the stock market crash because of the coronavirus? Do you have places where your money is still growing, guaranteed, without worry, tax-free? If you don't, then it's time to realize, man, maybe I need to do some things differently. So last week we talked about the 6 ways that you can identify whether you need to be a little bit more financially mature. That means, are you prepared to pivot? How long does it take you? Today we had somebody on the show, the Pivot Queen, who talked about how many different ways she had to pivot in her life. She gave you all the good. She gave you the things that used to bring her shame. Now she's proud because she used them as opportunity to inspire and motivate you. Now we're going to go over the 6 different steps, 6 different actions, 6 different things that you can do to make sure that you don't have to worry about not being financially mature the next time it come around. Position yourself to permanently be able to secure whatever is going on in your lifestyle, regardless of what's going on externally. Secure your way. Now, if you are listening to this and you are part of the 28-day free challenge, we're supposed to come on and go live every day at 8 p.m. inside the Facebook community. So that's why this live is inside the Facebook community, because this is supplementing for that, guys. So today's activity was, now that I realize that I might not be as financially mature, and I realize what excuses I've been using to keep me from standing up and putting on my big girl undies or big boy draws to do what I need to do. What excuses have I been using, as far as my age or my time, or I don't have enough, whatever you've been using. I need to help my mom. I need to help my kids. I'm not going to charge for my talent. So, all these different things that you've been doing that has been standing in the way of you building that solid financial foundation is a form of being financially immature. And you realize that now, because we've been going over our exercises and our mini activities every day. Now you're like, what do I need to do to make sure I don't find myself in this predicament again? This is for you. This is what you need to do. So make sure you go into the Motivating Money Academy and get in day number 3 activity and answer the questions. If you have, put the answers below. Okay. Now we're going to talk about exactly what's in that lesson for you today, and that's those 6 action steps. Are you guys ready? If you're ready, put yes in the comment section. If you're ready, put yes in the comment section. If you're ready, put yes in the comment section. If you're ready, put yes in the comment section, guys. We are ready to move into the next section. Hey, Nene, glad you're here. All right, guys. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Angela. Okay, so here we go. Just to recap. We're not going to go into detail, but we will recap. last week. If you missed it, you need to tune in and get last week's watch last week's show. But the 6 questions that you can ask yourself is, do I know the difference between a want and a need? Do I know the difference between value and cost? Am I disciplined? Do I make good choices? You know the difference between an adult and a child, the choices that we make. Do you allow your feelings to dictate your actions? And do you have the ability to plan, reflect, adjust, and then repeat? Plan, reflect, adjust, and then repeat. Those are the 6 questions based off of things that happen to you. Are you able to do those things? Are you already doing those things? Do they make sense to you? And if you're like, well, I haven't been doing them, but I think I need to be doing them, but I'm not quite sure how to make myself do them, because change isn't easy. Especially if you've been, you have to unlearn some things and then learn some new things. And then you got to be, like I said, disciplined and do it on your own. It's like, man, I don't want to do that. I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing. So these are 6 action steps you can take. First, realize that your emotions are the problem. Your emotions are the problem. Realization and accepting is an action step. Identify that your biggest enemy is your attitude and your unwillingness. Identify that your biggest enemy is your attitude and your unwillingness. Then identify that your attitude is your biggest problem is your emotion, and that's your attitude and your unwillingness. Do you have an attitude like I used to have a whole attitude? I got to do all that, and I'm not telling anybody about my problems because I got a bachelor's degree in computer science. I can build a whole computer. I can tear it down. I can build it from scratch, and I know 5 different programming languages. What do you mean I need to ask somebody about my money? I'm not gonna do it, and so that kept me in bad credit. That kept me with a whole lot of debt. That kept me with unable to write checks because I had a check system file. Because I was like 28 years old and going through these different things, but you couldn't tell me anything because I had a chip on my shoulder. If that's you, that was my attitude and my unwillingness, and I wasn't financially mature. I knew I had some problems going on with my finances, but I wasn't financially mature enough to say, well, let's go ahead and figure out who knows and how we gonna get them to help us. All right, so realize that your emotions are your biggest problem, your unwillingness and your attitude. Are you resistant? Are you resistant to things that you know or have a good inkling that they will put you in a better position? Number two. You ready for number 2? Number two. Hey, number two. Hey, number 2. Join us. All right, number 2 is, and she already mentioned it, guys, trust the process. Trust the process. These aren't in any particular order, by the way. Trust the process. So when you decide, okay, I need to get some help, and I need to figure out a better way to handle the situation that I'm handling, and I need to be better secure next time something goes wrong that I can't control. I need to realize what my excuses are that are keeping me from doing what I need to do, the same excuses that I've been using all along, so that I can identify them when they creep up next time. And you say, okay, now I'm going to do something. When you make that decision, that doesn't mean everything is going to be all easy peasy. You got to trust the process. You might take a couple steps forward. You might take a couple steps back. I'm here. Hey, glad you're here. Hey, you're going to have to watch the replay, but we're glad you're here so that you can, this is your assignment. And then these are the 6 action steps that you can do to make sure that you maintain your financial maturity. You strengthen that maturity muscle, because we're going to need that facing whatever we have going in front of us. And then when this dies down, there'll be something else. So what are you going to do then to make sure that you're better prepared? You need financial maturity. All right, so trust the process. Just because things don't get all better when you decide that you want to do something different immediately doesn't mean that things aren't working. So don't start to worry. Have faith that you have done what all that needs to be done, which is being willing and reaching out, connecting with somebody, joining our Facebook community, things of that nature, so that you are in a better position, connecting with people that you trust so that you don't have to keep lying and pretending to be something that you're not. Like, I have all this money, but I actually have all this debt. If that's you, don't worry, because that was me. I spent a lot of money to look like I was better positioned than I was, because I didn't want people to know that I was failing at managing my money, because I had portrayed that I was so better than in other areas, if that makes sense. So I felt like it was a weakness to let somebody know that I didn't know something that I wasn't even taught. How arrogant is that? I felt like it was a weakness to let somebody know that I did not know something that I was never taught. Like I was just supposed to know. If you don't, nobody teach you how to ride a bike, you can't ride a bike. If no one teaches you how to drive a car, you can't drive a car. No one taught me how to manage my money. That's why I position myself and my company and my online money school and the Wealth Chronicles show here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time as a resource for those who want to know. We aren't being exposed to it in our schools, on any campus, no matter what level that you're going on, bachelor's, undergraduate, graduate, PhD. You're not exposed to it in church. We're not exposed to it when we finally do get those corporate American jobs. And many of us were not taught about it or even introduced to it at home. It is for that reason I'll position myself as a resource. So trust the process. It will get better when you position yourself around the people who are thinking better, doing better, because it rubs off on you. And God, our position, I don't know if you don't believe in God, you should have something that you know that is helping to guide your path. Because you don't wake yourself up, and you can't give yourself life. So you know that there's something stronger. When your God, when you tell him, I would like to do something better with my money and my finances, and you start to work in that direction, you are attracting things, whether you want to call it universe, you are attracting things that are going into the favor that you want. You are what you have attracted. You are what you have attracted. All right, number three. Y'all ready for number three? But number three in the comment section. Number three in the comment section. I feel like I should say, I'm a song of mocking. I'm a song of mocking. All right, guys. Number three is get a money team and get a support team. Have people who's going to root you on, that you can feel comfortable telling them I made a mistake today, so that you don't have to suffer in silence. Change is a process, and change is not easy. That's the hardest thing in the world, for adults to do something different than what they have grown accustomed to doing. Trying to tell you, I had to quit drinking, I had to quit smoking cigarettes, I had to quit all kind of things in my life. You know what I'm saying? In order to become a better person, I had to quit partying when I decided to have a child as a teenager. But it wasn't easy. I'm an only child, and the hardest thing I ever had to do was to quit doing things that I like doing, because I don't have the ability to tell myself no. But when I see things, when we become emotionally mature, we see things that are affecting us, even though we like it, and we have to stop. So just because you become emotionally mature over time doesn't mean that you are also financially mature. Both of them are needed, but that doesn't mean they grow at the same time. What are you doing to make sure that you are financially mature going forward? What are you doing to make sure that you are financially mature going forward? These 6 action steps are going to help you. Last week we did the 6 questions. All right. All right. So get you a money team. Support saves lives. Hashtag support saves lives. Hashtag support saves lives. By joining the Motivating Money Academy, you will have a private Facebook community. You will have a group of people who are also pushing towards their 2020 vision and beyond. They will be able to encourage you. You will be able to encourage others, which makes you feel good. You see others failing and still pushing through, and you will be able to do the same. And it's a 100% judgment-free zone. If that's what you're looking for, and that's what you like, or that's what if you're a member of that already, put a yes in the comment section if that's something you found value in. I found value in that. I'm gonna put a yes in the comment section, because I wish I would have had that earlier on. I wish I would have had that earlier on, so that I was comfortable saying, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I have no flipping clue of what I'm doing, and that's okay. I told you I felt like it was a weakness to say I don't know. How many of us feel that way? Why do we have this persona that we have to feel like we got all the answers? No one has all the answers, but we sure want to act like we do. And if I'm stepping on your toes, I'm sorry. Not for real. I'm sorry, not sorry, because that means you're in the right place and we're glad you're here. All right. So make sure you guys share it out. Did you share the video out? Can you guys share it out? Share it out. Tag somebody below who needs to hear this. If you're new to the Motivating Money, to the Wealth Chronicles show, we're here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. where you laugh at and learn from the financial failures, trials, tribulations, and transformation of others. And then you learn how you can move the needle in your own personal situation without anybody even knowing your business. We just had a guest on, and she's the inspirational guru. I call her the pivot queen. And she talked about how she went to jail. She talked about how she failed college. She talked about all the different things that she had to do. And now she's a whole barista. She came out being an entrepreneur as an inspirational guru. And then she escalated to become an actual life coach while she's still working her 40 hours a week job as a barista. So you can do it too. She had to learn how to be a pivot champion and not a pivot victim. And I want you to do the same. All right, guys. So we are on number 1, 2, 4. Number four. Realize your emotions are the problem is number 1. Trust the process is number 2. Get a money team and a support team is number 3. Question for that one. Why is it that we surround ourselves with people that we don't really trust? And that's why we won't really tell them our deep down secret. And that's why when we're hurting, we can't pick up the phone or text somebody because we don't want them to know our business. And so in turn, we spend things. And that's why your emotions are directly or even sometimes indirectly related to your bank account, because it feels better to soothe these voids that you have by spending money because you're surrounding yourself with people that you can't even tell the truth to. Why we do that? If that's you, don't worry, it was me too. If that's you, don't worry, it was me too. It's so much easier to pick up a phone and have a 2-hour conversation with somebody, cry, laugh. They share their experience and, they give you some advice. They're not judging. They may joke with you a little bit, but you feel better at the end. And guess what? Your pocketbook is the same size. You did not deplete it by spending money. You know what I'm saying? Why do we do that? Anyway, it's called coping skills. What kind of coping tools do you have? I have a whole list of them, guys. It's called Master Your Emotions. Master Your Emotions. If you want to know more about that, please put that in the comment section. Master Your Emotions. It's going to be 6 audio, different ways that we need to hear the uplifting voice of somebody else in the conversation that we might be feeling less than. We might be feeling on the pity pot. We might be feeling what we call morbid reflection, things in the past. Oh my God, I can't believe I should be better and further than I am. Or even projecting things in the future. Oh my God, I'm never this, or I'm a down. All these different things we go through in these negative emotions. I'm going to produce that for you. It also has playlists. So when you're feeling some kind of way, for me, the bestest thing to change my mood is for me to get up and dance. So I got 2 different playlists. I got some modern gospel for you because I love like my Mary, my Kirk Franklin. But I also have other songs that are ladylike songs, but still make you get up and dance, right? You know what I mean? Just make you get up and dance and change your mood. And then I have a list of other positive coping alternative that you can do as opposed to spending money or drinking or calling some dude that you really don't care anything about in order to make yourself feel good. We need those things. So the better you master your emotions, the better you manage your money. The better you master your emotions, the better you manage your money. We're gonna say that for one more time. The better you master your emotions, the better you manage your money. So I'm going to show you how to do all that, give you some things that you need, some tools, your toolkit, Master Your Emotions Toolkit. If that's something that you want to know more about, put that in the comment section. Emotional Toolkit. Hey, if you guys liking the show so far, can I get a yes? Can I get a yes in the comment section? All right, so let's keep going. Number four, the power of no. The power of no. Hey, the power of no. Hey, the power of no. That means tell yourself no. That means tell somebody else no. You need to practice saying no. No, I'm not going to be able to do that one. No, it's a no. No. Nope. Nah. No. Practice saying no. Why is that so hard to say no? It's a no. Nah. No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to have to pass on that one. Practice saying no, because how many times do peer pressure, people pleasing, the fact that I got the money in the bank, so pride and ego, how many times do those character defects about ourselves make us do things that we know are diverting us from our primary purpose, which is to reach that goal? But all we had to do was say no. No, I can't go to dinner. No, I can't go to the club. No, I can't take that trip. No, I don't want to join the business venture. No, I don't want to, whatever it is. Whatever it is, if it's going to distract you, you have to practice saying no. That means to a family, to a friend, to a coworker, to yourself. That's the hardest part. That's why you're going to need to practice it. And that's why some of the rest of these are going to help you so that you can say no. Set your boundaries. Don't let people make you feel they're entitled to control what you do. Don't let FOMO get you. You see other people doing things, and now you want to do what they doing because they look like they have a whole lot of fun, and you're gonna miss out. FOMO is fear of missing out. So you go above and beyond, and that's gonna derail you from what you already set in stone. You're trying to be financially mature, right? So that means you have to say no to your fleshly desires. The power of no. Say it again. No. Nah. It's a no. I don't think so. Not today. Not this time. Probably not. I'm telling you, it's a whole art saying no. No, no, no. That's number 4. Number 4. All right, guys, we're almost done. We're almost done. The next one is get your mind right and do the work. Get your mind right and do the work. That means now that you just said no, now that you don't realize you have a lack of financial maturity, you need to build up your solid financial foundation. So next time something major happens in your household, in your job, or in the whole wide world, you and your family will still be secure. Because let me tell you, not everybody is broke. Not everybody doesn't have money coming in. Not everybody has lost their job and now they're busted and disgusted right now. There's a lot of people that are still thriving, and that's why and that's because they've mastered the art of mastering their emotions. Okay, I'm caught off guard. I feel a certain kind of way. I'm a little afraid. Now, what can I do to make sure that I shift or I pivot? And also, I remember the last time you caught me off guard, but I put things in place to make sure that I wasn't going to be completely vulnerable. If you don't know how to pivot and you don't already have your solid financial foundation built, then now is the time to do it. So what does that mean? You do these different things that I'm mentioning, and now we're on number 5, which is get your mind right and do the work. I just said no. Now I need to reach out to somebody, a licensed professional, and find out what tools can I put my money in right now so I don't lose them anymore. I need to actually look into Stacey's free video, which was 4 ways that you're losing. I mean, not 4 ways you're losing money. 4 ways that I can make money today with no additional tools, no additional money, no additional tech skills. And I have all of the resources and everything that I have to need to do it right now. I just need to know how to set it up. I did a whole free webinar, and you need to learn how to do that. Or I need to connect with the people that are already doing it, which means join the free membership for the Motivating Money Academy so that you'll be surrounded by people who are already failing and winning at the same time in order to reach their goal. All right, so you have to get your mind right and do the work. And then after you watch the video, after you talk to the people, after you connect with somebody, you have to follow through. Whatever steps they give you, do them. Whatever steps they give you, do them. Right? That's how you put your big girl panties on, put your big boy undies on. I'm going to do what I'm told to do, even though I don't want to do it. Now I'm at home. I want to Netflix and chill all day long. I want to just eat and have fun. I want to go out and party. I can't go out and party. I'm going to go to the liquor store and I'm partying in my own house because I'm with this quarantine. I'm going to need you to use this opportunity to secure your future, secure your finances, protect your family, put yourself in a position that no matter what goes on later on, you'll be able to sit back and say, hey, party over here, we cool. Party over here, we cool. All right, guys, that makes sense? Is that valuable? Let me see. Let me make sure I don't have any comments down here. The better you master your emotions, the better you manage your money. Thank you. The power of no. Say no to staying in poverty. Say no to laziness. Absolutely. That's the biggest, the laziness. Like, man, I really don't want to get up. All the tools are at my fingertips, but I am my problem. That's that unwillingness and that attitude. That's that unwillingness and the attitude, and we already talked about that. All right, guys, making sure I don't have any other comments. Realize that your emotions. Okay. All right, guys. And let me make sure I didn't miss it. 1, 2. We said trust the process. Power of no. Realize that your emotions are the problem. Get your money team. And now, guys, we need to let go and let God. We already talked about that with the inspirational guru. Let go and let God. Know that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing. And it might not completely change immediately, but it will eventually. I just need to trust the process and let go and let God, because it will change. Things will get better. I know that it'll get better because I know that my God got my back, and I see it happen in other people's lives. So I know he's not going to just leave me or forsake me. So get derailed or distracted at some point. If there's some unexpected things that stop you from reaching your goal, but don't get discouraged and completely stop. Let go and let God know that, okay, God, I guess this is what you want me to do right now, but I'm going to get back on my game after this health concern problem or whatever it might be blows over, if that makes sense. That makes sense, guys? All right, guys. That is all 6 of them. That is all 6 of them. Do you guys have any questions? Q&A. Q&A. Do you have any questions? Q&A. Q&A. The last one I didn't mention, guys, is define success, because we talked about that last week. I actually talked about it in the wrong area. Define success. Define success. What is it? How do you know what it is that you're reaching towards? What are the goals? What would you like? Do you have money in a savings account or IRA or 401k? You want to position somewhere so that you don't, diversify your funds so that you don't completely lose the whole kitchen sink the next time? Do you want to be able to have additional streams of income coming in? Do you want money coming in passively a little bit at a time, or do you want money coming in where you do the work and you constantly get paid? That's residual income. What do you want? Do you want to figure out what's best for your situation? So you need to have a strategy session. Does that make sense, guys? Figure out what success looks like to you, and then you can ask the right questions to those people that are qualified. Let's see. I think those are all. That's all that we have. We keep going over a little bit. So maybe we're just going to be going over a little bit every week. You know what I'm saying? Do I just talk too much, or what is it? All right, guys, if you don't have any other questions for me, then I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I don't see any other questions. Let's see. No other questions. If you don't know, my name is Stacy, and I'm a wealth strategist and insurance broker. Can you put down what's your number one takeaway? Put your number one takeaway as we go out. Put your number one takeaway, put replay, and if you're in a replay crew, in the comment section. If you're new, put your location so that we can make sure to send you a welcome packet. Otherwise, and if you're an entrepreneur, put your links in the comment section. We welcome all entrepreneurs. Otherwise, guys, that is all that I have. We're going to go ahead and let you go. This is the Wealth Chronicle Show. We're here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm a wealth strategist and insurance broker. I'm a national speaker and a best-selling author. But when I come on here, I am your financial friend. And I believe that everybody should have access to the education and the tools they need to reach the level of financial success that they're working towards. And it is for that reason I position this show, the Wealth Chronicle Show, my company, Financial Motivations Consulting, and my online money school, the Motivating Money Academy, as a resource for you. I have successfully helped thousands of families to save millions of dollars by teaching them about the way that they were losing money unknowingly and unnecessarily via one of the 8 silent wealth killers, and I want to help you to do the same. That's all I have, guys. We come in with music, we leave out with music. We come in with music, we leave out with music. Here we go. Hi. Hey. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here with us, and we are grateful for it. Say hey. Hey, say hey. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful evening.